Hello everyone, welcome back to the 23rd episode of the Stitch with Love podcast. Sorry, I'm just going to move back a little bit, there we go. My name is Shannon, I am a knitter and a crocheter based in Palmerston North, New Zealand. And today is Sunday the 13th of June, yes. Apologies for no episode last week. I started recording one, but I ended up being too tired, and I could tell by the video that I was putting out, and I wasn't happy with the quality. And halfway through, it started getting really dark. You couldn't really see me, and I wasn't happy to put it up, so I didn't. So yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a busy weekend last week. It was Queen's birthday and I had a friend here, so that's why, and it was going to go up late anyway, and I just wasn't happy with it, so I decided not to put it up, and so I'm going to talk to you this week. Sorry, I have an itch. Before I get into the knitting content, a huge thank you to everyone who has subscribed. We've now up to 55 subscribers, which I'm amazed. I really am. Like, it compared to a lot of other channels, it's probably quite small, but the fact that 55 people have decided they want to come back and watch my videos again, that's amazing. So huge thank you to all of you and to everyone who has liked my videos, watched them, left a comment. A huge thank you. Yeah, and I love reading your guys' comments. I really do. It's really, really awesome. So thank you again. I keep saying thank you, but I really do mean it. Yeah, so we are going to jump into some knitting. I've done a bit. I don't think I've done as much because, so today is Sunday, which means I had yesterday off too. And normally I do a fair bit of knitting on a Saturday. I do not know what's happened. I have no idea. It's because today's been the same. I've been so tired and I just keep sleeping and I can't do anything else. So I'm not too sure exactly what's happening. Hi Ash. Hi Meow Meow. So I'm not too sure exactly what's happening, but hopefully I will start to get a bit more refreshed now that I've had 2 days to basically sleep. Just have a drink of water. But I have done some knitting, so we will get into that. Oops, there's a cup. So, finished object, kind of. It's off the needles, but it has no buttons, doesn't have its ends sewn in, and it's not blocked, so. And I don't know how it will block because it's acrylic, but we will find out. So, this is my Populux. Now, I enjoyed the pattern, I really did. However, I think I was a little bit too eager, and I don't know if my gauge was off or if I just overestimated how big I was. I know I have lost some weight, but I've knit a size that is 1 or 2 sizes too big. This is meant to be quite a close-fitting cardigan. If you look at the pattern, you'll see it's meant to have negative ease, or at the very least have no ease. This has positive ease, definitely. If I put it on, I'll kind of show you where it's meant to sit and where it actually sits. So this side, I'll kind of show you. So this is where it's meant to sit. It's meant to come up here, shoulder here. It's meant to be like mid-arm. And it's actually meant to come to about my waist. If I don't have bunching at the back, this is what happens. So yeah, I have knitted a size way too big, which is kind of annoying. But at the same time, the yarn I use for this was just some yarn from Spotlight from a mill end, so I'm not too bummed. I'm going to take this off now because it's very warm in here. I'm not too bummed, but it's a little bit annoying. But I know now that when I knit these patterns, I am, yeah, not to knit the size that I did. So, I think that was, yeah, just my own. When I looked at the sizes, I thought that if I'd gone down, it would be too small, too much negative ease. So I was like, okay, I'll just stay where there's none. Obviously, that didn't happen. So, yes. Please swatch. Properly swatch. I'm doing that now. And whenever I make a yarn purchase now, I mean, previously, not so much. I might see if I can find some more so I can do a swatch. But now I will always buy yarn to make sure I have enough for a swatch. And in my next project, I did swatch, and I'll show you that. Yeah. Swatch the way that the pattern is knitted. So this was knitted flat. If it was knitted in the round, you swatch in the round. Yeah, and just check your measurements. I mean, I'm pretty sure most knitters probably know that. But I'm just too eager, and I don't like swatching. For some reason, even though it's literally just knitting a square, I just, like, no, I just want to get into the project, and then this happens, so, yeah. I'm learning a lot this year, you know. I didn't used to really knit garments much, and so when I just knit shawls, and gauge with shawls isn't too, it's kind of, it doesn't matter too much. Don't get me wrong, you probably should still swatch, but it's not quite so important. With garments, it is very important. So, yeah, that was my tale from this one. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'll donate it. I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see. So that's this. That's my Poppy Lux. I will knit another one and knit it properly because I like the pattern and I really do want to wear it. So I will knit another one of these. Next in line, do I have my swatch here? Oops. I knocked my TV and it started playing. Don't want that. I do have my swatch. So this is the swatch for it. Oh. So the yarn is held double, as you can see here. So these are both Mama Willing yarns. I did show these on a podcast. Oh, thread stuck to it. This here is Merino Sport in Mint to Be, and this here is Silky Surrey, which is, I think it's 70% Surrey alpaca, 30% silk. And the colour is fresh. So this is my little swatch. I was quite happy I actually swatched. And then my project is living in this bag. Now, this has been a bit of a palette cleanser, I think, for me, because I normally knit with relatively small needles. When it comes to garments, I don't think I normally knit larger than like a 4.5. Whereas this project's on a 6. And it's double-stranded, which I've not done before. But I've got another double-stranded project I'm going to be doing after this. Oh, where is it? I was working on it this morning. I keep thinking that's the front. This is I did swatch this one, so it's bunched up on the needles. This is my ranunculus sweater. First one I've ever knitted. The fabric is so soft. Like, oh, it's gorgeous. So yeah, really enjoying this. I'm on Body Island now, so I'm just knitting stockinette in the round for like 10 centimeters. It's relatively cropped, so. But yeah, I'm doing the short sleeve version. So the sleeves roll up at the moment, but I will block them down. So yeah. Even though it's short sleeved, I think it's actually longer than the sleeves on my t-shirt. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm holding it up to my skin now. It doesn't feel itchy. It feels really soft. But we'll see what it's like when I actually wear it. Because I've not worn anything with Surrey before. Getting fluff all over me. So yeah, this is my ranunculus. And this is good fun. I am enjoying this. It is living in my project bag by Rosea by Lily. I'm hoping to get some more project bags at Capital Fibre Fest. And these are the needles I'm using. These are Caspian Wood Knit by Knit Picks, 6mm needles, interchangeables. Can't remember what size cable I'm using. I think it's the 32-inch, 80 centimeters, I think. I can't remember. It's something. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is kind of like my relaxing TV knitting at the moment. So that's my ranunculus. I had to actually stop myself working on it because I was worried I wasn't going to be able to show it on a podcast while I was working on it. So I was like, nope, I've got to stop. Plus, something is a little bit more time pressing, which is, oh, my yarn is caught up. The baby set. So I haven't finished the cardigan, Bolero, yet. This is one of the sleeves. I so far have, so everything's living in this bag for this project. I have the back. I have two fronts, and I'm working on the sleeve now. This is the yarn I'm using. You would have seen this if you've seen the last few episodes. This is Baby Supremo by Broadway. And I am using 3.25mm Caspian Wood again needles. So yeah, that's how this is going along. Yeah, I think I've only got like a month until baby's due, our friend's baby, so I need to get a wriggle on and finish it because I need to send it back to Auckland. So hopefully this will be finished at some point soon. I was gonna talk about some more like beginner baby knits that I've done, but I need to go find the patterns that I used, and I just haven't been able to do that yet, so that will be coming, but unfortunately not this episode. And I think this episode is actually going to be rather short anyway because it's already 4 o'clock, which means it's going to start getting dark, so I've got to get a wriggle on. Oh, I left a project in my handbag, hold on. I think last time I was on the podcast, I did have the baby set living in here, but I moved it back because I realised this is the perfect size for a sock. Now, I haven't knitted socks in like 5 years, and the last set of socks I knitted was a DK sock in acrylic yarn, because that's all I had, And as you can imagine with acrylic, they didn't hold their shape very well. So I don't even know where they are actually, which is a bit sad. But I have a sock. So this is going to be part of summer sock camp for me. Now, I have a couple of yarns that I have this as well that I got from Spotlight, another mill end, that I want to use. And then I have this, which I picked up from an op shop. Now, it looks more orange on camera. It's actually more for burnt orange. It is quite a rough fabric. I don't know if it will soften up after washing, but for a first sock, it's fine because I'm still trying to figure out if this sizing works. So I am following the, oh, make sure that's all good. I'm following the Vanilla Socks on Magic Loop pattern by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. I'm following her pattern, and I'm knitting the medium size. But as I'm knitting it, and I was working on it at Life Group, I don't know if it's my gauge, it just looks very big. So we're going to keep going, and I'm going to finish the pair, and I'm going to see how they fit. If they don't fit very well, I'll either decrease the number of stitches or try and go down to small. And basically just with this yarn that I have and this one here, I have two more. I have two in here, 2 balls, and I have another 2 balls over there. I'm just gonna play around and get my sock sizing right so that when I go to Capital Fibre Fest and pick up some sock yarn or order some sock yarn from any other indie dyers, that I'm gonna have socks that fit. So that is my plan. I am, oh my gosh, this cable's gone funny. But it works for now. I am knitting it on 2.25mm circular needle. I think it's a 32-inch from Addy. Now I do want to get, I can't remember what the name of the set is. I think it's the mini set by Chalgu. I do want to get that. And maybe I'll get that at Capital Fibre Fest too, because a few of the vendors down there sell them. But we'll see. But that is my hope, is to get a set of Chalgu's. Chalgu red lace. Because the Addies are nice, but the cables have gone a bit funny as I've magic looped. They've just kind of got like a weird kink and stuff in them. Don't know if you can see. Yeah. So, I don't know if that's just the way I knit that's done that. I have no idea. But overall, I'm enjoying working with these needles. They're very smooth, very nice to work with. It's just getting weird kinks and stuff. I'm not quite sure what's happening here. So yeah, I am on the leg at the moment. So I've done 20 rounds for the cuff. I can't remember how many I've done for the leg so far. So I'm working on that. This is a lot of my out of the house knitting at the moment. So if I'm waiting somewhere, I'll be working on this. Or if I'm at Life Group, I was just sitting there working on this. Someone thought I was working on a sleeve. And that's when I realised it looks very, very big on the needles. So we will see. I cast in the number of stitches that's recommended. We will find out. We will find out once I'm done. So yeah, a sock. We have a sock. Part of a sock. That's also coming along relatively quickly. And it's good for knitting in bed, because I'm just knitting in a circle. Oh, it sounds like an odd zip, but it's not. No. This is a project bag I made, by the way. The tutorial I followed was by Tina of Simply in Stitches. I will try and remember to leave the tutorial link below. Yeah. And so this is fabric I just picked up from an op shop. So yeah, that is, oh, one more. I picked these up again. not too much to write home about, but I have started another one of the baby jackets. I'm using, again, Tivoli by Hobby, but this is the print one. It's 100% acrylic, using a 4mm, again using the Caspian wood crochet hook. And yeah, not much to write home about. I'm increasing at the moment. Again, nice thing to just work on. It's comfort crochet, I guess you could say. Yeah, so I've got this coming too. Not, as I said, not too much to write about, talk about, but yeah. It's also fun watching the colours change. Yeah. So that is what I've been working on this week. It might be a little bit of a shorter episode, simply just because I'm trying to record this before it gets dark. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this episode. Life stuff, I mean, work's work. Our venue's got an awful lot better, and it's actually been really good. I still find I'm really tired, but that could also just be working with kids, because we all get tired by the end of the week. We love them, but they're quite exhausting. But overall, our venue is actually running really well, which is really good. And I've heard that from other staff now outside of our venue, or like casuals who go to multiple. So that was really good. So that's a good thing. I'm really happy about that. I think we're at a stage as well with our team that the cogs are moving and we're running relatively smoothly now. So I think the growing pains have ended. Yay! So that's good. That is really good. Last night I went to a women's event at our church. So our church quite often does like a men's breakfast and like women's nights and things like that. So that, yeah, and we had a women's event last night. I haven't been to one in 3 years, and I didn't know who else was going to be there, and I was quite terrified, actually. Because normally any church events I go with my husband, but obviously he couldn't go to this one. And I got there, and someone from my life group was there, and so I got to hang out with her, and I also feel like we got to know each other a bit more, and I don't know, we just seemed to have clicked straight away. But I think last night, as having those conversations, it was really good. And I do think I've got like a really good friend there now, which is really awesome. I mean, I have friends at church anyway, but like, yeah, it just, I don't know. It was just really nice. It was really good. So that was, I feel like I've got a couple of really good friends in my life group now, and it's really awesome. Yeah. So that was a good thing. That was, yeah. The sermon was challenging, but it was also really good. So, yeah, we had that last night. Aside from the fact that I'm really tired and I don't know why, that's a bit about it, really. I will be going to Capital Fibre Fest in, I think it's about a month now. There is a few stall holders that I want to keep an eye out for. I definitely know I want to pick up some sock yarn, maybe a couple of project bags, maybe some yarn for some projects, some garments or something. So we will see. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do a day trip, but I don't know. Yeah. So we will see. We will see how that works. Oh my gosh, pardon me. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this episode. yeah, it's starting to get a bit dark now, so I'm going to call it now before you can no longer see me, because for some reason it gets dark early here. Plus it's winter in New Zealand, so you know, there's that too. So we have shorter days at the moment. It can get dark by 5. I'll be at work and it'll be dark by 5. It's, yeah, just normal. So I am going to go. I hope you have enjoyed this week's episode. If you have, please give me a like. Let me know down below what you're working on currently. I'd love to hear it. And thank you so much for watching today's video and for any other videos that you've watched. And I hope that this week, whatever you're making brings you joy. And I will talk to you next week. Take care, have fun, and I will see you then. Bye guys.